After some very exciting endgames from the third round, here we go with the fourth round already. On the first board, Gergő Tóth is going to open to Virág Bekő, both of them having all 3 points from 3 rounds. And on the second board, Zoltán Sonkoly is opening to Miroslav Háša, similarly both of them having all 3 points collected. Let's real quick post on Facebook Gomoku World. Let's see what openings are being chosen. Zoltán Sonkoly decides to use a scheme opening against his opponent. Let's see those coordinates. Let me try to get it right. Okay, actually it's a little lower. Yep, it's on H7, like this. So it's unlikely that Greggy will choose a color here. I'm expecting him to use a swap too. Let's see if he can balance this more than against Maciej Holub. And even if he cannot manage to do so, let's see if Zoltán Sonkoly can build advantage and win the game or not. Gergő Tóth is yet to put an opening against Virág Bekő. This round is very important already. It's the fourth round. Of course, each round is important, but only 4 players are left with full score, so the ones that can win here will take a huge step forwards to the podium, especially towards the first place. I'm wondering if we are going to see any draws. Gergő goes with an exciting choice of an opening, namely this one. I know a lot of branches of this one, and I still feel like Virag needs to choose swap to instead of choosing color. If she chooses color, it's gonna be very hard against Gergő Tóth, who knows also a lot of branches of this opening. This is already the fourth round. I'm expecting both Miroslav Háša and Virág Bekő to carefully consider how to proceed after facing the openings of Zoltán Sonkoly and Gergő Tóth respectively. Up until they decide, I will be right back. It appears that Virág chose a swap 2, which could easily be proven fatal for her. Actually, this is the preferred first move of the opening, and this is not one of the typical fifth moves. This black, let me do it like this. This black is nice, playable, interesting. This is the best black probably. This is also very interesting one. But even that one is probably like this. This is a preferred branch from Garogromet Topkin, an Estonian player. Now Gergő will have to carefully choose. I feel like he should pick white and be aggressive here. I'm not entirely sure how advantageous this actually is, but this should be really strong for white because that fifth move is not the ideal one. Possibly this move should come with white. It's very aggressive, controlling the space. Black is doomed here, but a proper attack needs to follow. The only thing I'm sure as of now is that Gergő needs to pick white. Meanwhile, Greggy chose a very interesting way of putting a swap too. Let's see if I can get those coordinates right. So it's here and here. This is a nice task at hand for Zoltán Sonkoly to calculate how to solve this swap too. In any case, he needs to calculate all the possibilities before even choosing color. Otherwise, otherwise, he might face some issues. Most probably with that fifth black stone in the swap too, I am positive that this could be a black sure win. At least I don't see how the upper stone like this there is no good move here. I feel like this is just too strong, and this move is not really something that seems to be working here. So even a move like this could be considered, but still I feel like Zoltán Sonkoly needs to pick black color, but of course first he needs to carefully consider his options. And if I'm right, Gergő chose black. Based on what I'm seeing on the screen, it seems like Gergő chose black and Virat played the stone here. It looks advantageous for white for sure, leaving some possibilities for black here in the corner to come back. Could be a balanced game. It could easily be a balanced game. Perhaps, yeah, black has to threaten something here. These moves are not really good. Maybe this move could be considered. Because after this, it's not looking that strong for white to launch an attack. So maybe in this scenario, some move like this is better. Maybe something like this and coming out of the corner carefully. could be an option. Let's see how the players decide. Zoltán Sonkoly carefully analyzing the swap to played by Miroslav Háša. Oh, actually, they just did not change the boxes. Gergő is white. So that means Gergő has the advantage after this move. This has to come for sure. I cannot imagine this move not appearing. It's not gonna be easy, but for sure an advantage can be fabricated from that position. It won't definitely will not be easy. So this move is not too advantageous. I prefer this one, controlling the position, and maybe for a possible continuation something like this, and then later on building advantage. It's a game of patience here. It's gonna be a tough game for sure between these strong Hungarian players. That could easily be an interesting game. So many possibilities. Some are more advantageous, some are less advantageous. A lot to think over in a very short time for Gergő and Virág. I'm real quick gonna check the schedule of the competition because I think after this round probably there will be lunch break. But I need to check that. After the first technical issue before the first round, there was a little bit of delay which was deduced after a quick first round. But yes, after round 4 there will be a lunch break, and according to schedule, the 5th round is gonna begin at 1:20 p.m. Let's see if the organizers manage to keep the schedule with that initial delay. A different approach by Gergő Tóth. He decided to play here, and I believe this move is more than likely to be followed by this combination, which enables some initiative for white, but it looks maintainable for me. Let's see how Virág Bekő answers this. Still, this game could go all three ways. I feel like that 3 is a must to be played, and after that the next move is also a must. I feel like the other move was a bit more advantageous for Gergő, but of course it was hard to see how it could turn into a real advantage in 20-30 moves. I'm also wondering if there will be any draw games in this competition. This game could be an excellent candidate for a draw, given the position. And apparently a draw would be a really nice result for Virág against Gergő. And if I'm not mistaken, I'm seeing Zoltán Sonkoly picking out a white stone from the box. Is he choosing white? Seems he is having second thoughts. Oh, okay. So apparently, it appears he was unable to solve the swap 2 played by Miroslav Háša and decided that it's better to try and save the position somehow with such a passive move instead of picking black. An interesting decision by the player. So now obviously Miroslav Háša has an easy win position, but he still will need to convert it. And let's not forget that he did make a blunder in a similarly willing position against Petr Žižka in the previous round. Maybe this position is a bit easier though. Actually, he has so many winning moves, it will be hard to make a mistake there. Meanwhile, the 3 was played by Virag and this move needs to follow. Anything like this is too passive and answered by this quickly. This could also be considered, but I don't like it. I would just go here because there's not... This move can be played, but there's no significant threat here. $20 for sure ain't a lot, so such mistakes are inevitably happening. It seems to me finally they switched the boxes, so now clearly Virag is with black stones. I'm wondering if Zoltán Sonkoly stands any chance of survival after that, well, let's say interesting choice of a move. Really, so many winning moves for black in this position. Greggy just needs to pick one. And let's see what move Greggy picked. It's this one. It's also an interesting way of playing. Maybe this move could be okay in this scenario. Not sure of it though. That move just... It looks unplayable to me. Possibly this is the best shot Zoltán has, but even this should be losing. This is though a weird move as well. Why not just simply here and win? I don't know. Seems to me that Greggy a bit overcomplicated it. And it appears Virag decided with this move. Interesting, interesting. It's definitely aggressive, but probably can simply be answered by this. Or maybe even, maybe not that one. Yeah, I would probably, this would be my number one pick. Or maybe this could be considered, not seeing anything too dangerous there. But it's up to Gergő Tóth. to find his next move. Virág Bekő is being very aggressive there. At the same time, now that I'm thinking, this move is not even necessary because this is simple. There's nothing here for black. Yeah, this is not gonna be defendable. So it's a rather simple win in the end for Gergő, but he needs to find it. And Zoltán Sonkoly made a move here, which was answered by this move. Position is looking horrible, to be honest, for white. I don't know what could even be considered as an option. Basically, nothing. Yeah, probably nothing is an option anymore. So 2 quick wins on the board, which is a bit surprising. But it seems like the top contenders, the 6th and the 11th of the world rank list, are gonna play against each other in the next round, and Greg is gonna open. Gergő is calculating, but I'm pretty sure he's gonna play that move. Push forwards. Yes, he is. No way out from there for Virág. Actually, even if she realizes that this is not working and plays here, I feel like it's a little too late. Has to be a good white combination there. Probably simply just this. But apparently she sided with this solution. She might have overlooked this. But the game looks absolutely over to me. Just like on the other board. This move was played, but it is looking absolutely over. Possibly this can be considered, but I don't know, man. This is just... And what do you even want after this? It's way too easy to win. Okay. See if Gergő can find a win here. Should be rather simple. This combination should work anytime. This is what he needs to spot and play. He for sure has a couple of minutes left to find it. And Zoltán Sonkoly decided with this move, after which I showed you a quick win for black. Now only Miroslav has to find it. For Gergő, there are alternative solutions as well. Even an indirect move is gonna work. Namely, this move is also winning. Most probably because it has to be blocked here, and then you just play the same one. And it cannot be blocked here because of this line. Even if black blocks here, it finishes here, so there is not a lot that black can do after that early aggression, which was this time quite unnecessary. Okay, so Gergő is quick to play this move. Really not a lot that white can do here, except for prolonging the end. Miroslav is not wasting his time, pushing forwards for the win. And undoubtedly this is the only thing that can be played here. And it's more than enough. Yeah, after this move, even if the block comes here, a sad simple win, no defense. Not a lot to analyze here. It's just a simple win. As well as Gergő is also playing a simple win that I have also shown you guys. Which means there will be a quick end to these games. Relatively quick, of course. Yes, the proper move by Gergő Tóth. Of course, he is not making a mistake in such a position. This is a very simple win. Probably Virág is going to resign, either here or on the next move. And it seems like the second game is already over with the resignation of Zoltán Sonkoly. Virág is not yet resigning, but the game is going to inevitably end real quick. There's not a lot of reason of putting these stones. As you can see, the win is being formed, the 5 in a row is being formed. And it's game over. Before the lunch break, Gergő and Miroslav scores their 4th points, meaning they are facing each other in the 5th round after the lunch break. And probably the winner of that game is going to win the competition as well. So, make sure to subscribe to the Twitch channel of Boneslash that I am streaming from now. And also watch out for Gomoku World announcements. There will be an announcement before the start of the 5th round, as I need word back from the organizers apparently when the fifth round is going to exactly start at. For now, thank you for your attention and see you in an hour or so. Enjoy your lunch.